Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're asking the question, can you apply for a Thailand Pass in Thailand? And the answer to that question is possibly, but very carefully. Let's put it that way. First of all, I know I sound like a broken record. Every case is different. The facts are going to drive a given case. Now, that said, and we've dealt with this in the office here with certain clients, people that are moving around regionally, and we've started to see some more of this movement, especially in the past roughly 4 to 6 months, and more recently than that in earnest, of people that need to be in the region, and they need to be able to get into Thailand and get back out and move relatively quickly. Now, there was a time, and I hope we get back to those times sometime soon, where you just hop on a plane and come into Thailand. As long as you had a passport and you hadn't been blacklisted, you could usually just come on in. But for now, we're still dealing with this whole Thailand Pass system. So a question that arises is, can a Thailand Pass be applied for in Thailand while I'm in Thailand? To provide some history here, there was a time when this question was asked about visas, and where basically the question was, well, can I apply for, can I send my passport out of the country, get a visa issued in it, outside of Thailand, then have it sent back to me, do a border run, and cross back into Thailand. That was verboten. That was a big no-no. Because in order to get a visa, you need to be physically outside of Thailand to have the visa issued. That was the rule of the time. A little bit more nuanced with Thailand Pass. Yeah, in theory, it is possible to get a Thailand Pass dealt with while one is physically in Thailand. But as a practical matter, and from what we have seen, it can be rather difficult. In fact, to the point of darn near impossible, depending on the circumstances. There's a lot of documentation regarding hotel stays, regarding airlines and things that in some cases can only be dealt with from abroad, depending on the hotel or the airline you're dealing with or the nature of your credit card, some things like that. So when it comes to this overall issue, it might theoretically be possible to deal with a Thailand Pass while you're still in Thailand, but it would probably be a good idea if you really don't have a firm grasp of this stuff, and especially if you feel overwhelmed by it in general, maybe go ahead and contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.